All right, let's talk about something that I think a lot of us feel deep down. We're going to dive into this idea of the extraordinary dignity of the ordinary life. It's a concept that really pushes back against everything our culture seems to scream at us.
So let me just ask you straight up. Do you feel that pressure? You know, that constant, nagging feeling that you have to be doing something amazing, something remarkable, just to feel like you're enough? It's a heavy burden, isn't it?
And look, this isn't just in your head. It's a real cultural demand. The message is everywhere we look. Be a game changer. Be an influencer. Change the world. And the unspoken part of that message is that just being ordinary, well, it's just not good enough to feel a real sense of worth. But what if that whole drive to be special comes from a place we don't expect?
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting. We're going to look at what's called the overachievement diagnosis, because there might be a surprising psychological reason behind this relentless push for success.
And the term they use for it is, wow, it's pretty provocative. It's called manic overachievement, and it's defined, incredibly, as a species of mental illness. The idea is that this isn't just healthy ambition. A lot of the time, it's actually an unconscious drive to try and fix something from our past, like the sadness or the unlived dreams of one of our parents.
So how does a pattern like this even start? Well, it often follows this really specific psychological chain, usually beginning when we're kids. It starts with a parent who is maybe depressed or fragile in some way. A child, being super intuitive, picks up on this unhappiness. Then, without even realizing it, the child takes on this mission to make their parent happy. And how does a little kid try to do that? By being exceptionally good, by being a huge success. And that impulse can get hardwired into our brains for the rest of our lives.
But here's where we're going to flip the whole script. We're going to completely redefine what real strength, what real success actually looks like.
And this right here is the big, powerful idea at the heart of it all. In a world that is constantly screaming at you to be extraordinary, choosing or just being content with an ordinary life isn't a failure. It's actually a massive achievement. It's a sign that you don't need all that external validation to heal some kind of internal wound. That right there takes a profound amount of psychological strength. And this leads us to a whole new definition of what it means to be well. What is supreme emotional health? From this point of view, it's simply the ability to live an ordinary life and be okay with it. To not be in agony because you're not famous or wildly successful. It's finding contentment without needing a trophy or a promotion to tell you that you're valuable.
So you can really see the two paths here, right? On one side, you have this myth of exceptionalism. It's driven by what other people think, it's fragile because it always needs more validation, and it's often just a reaction to old pain. But on the other side, you have the power of the ordinary. That's resilient, it's self-sufficient, and it's rooted in genuine internal contentment. It's a huge shift from performing for an audience to just being.
So, if being ordinary is actually the goal, how in the world do we get there? Well, this final part is all about that, finding a real sense of dignity, not in some huge achievement, but in the simple, everyday stuff of life.
And check these out. These are the true luxuries. And they're probably not what you're thinking. We're talking about things like having the time and the energy to actually maintain your friendships. The simple, profound wisdom of getting enough sleep. The absolute joy in unglamorous things like a quiet walk or a good cup of coffee. These aren't signs that you're giving up. They're signs of a life that's truly being lived well.
I love this quote. It just captures the whole feeling of this perfectly. The profound, pathetic wisdom of living gently. Now, pathetic is an interesting word. It means a shift from something really grand and dramatic to something, well, mundane and ordinary. And here, it's beautiful. It's saying there's deep, deep wisdom in not needing your life to be some constant dramatic climax. There's peace in just living gently, day by day.
And so, that's the question I want to leave you with. Take a look at your own life, at your day-to-day. In the quiet moments, in the simple tasks, in all the parts of your life that will never make a headline. Where can you find that profound, extraordinary dignity? What part of your ordinary is actually your greatest strength?